Hailuo has just released their T2V 01 director model. This one helps you control the camera, and it's pretty good. It helps you direct with natural language to simple commands, combine movements for flawless cinematic transitions. Check it out. Saw in the video where they had just different videos of people just moving left to right, different pannings, different situations, like it's futuristic when they're in space, or more realistic like in the war, or just different explosion. You just see a whole bunch of camera panning, which is pretty cool. And they had some advanced camera panning too, where it's like you zoom in, then you pan left, all within that one video. You also have this one right here where you have this guy who's in the back alley, and you see it's like he's holding his weapon up to his head, and it's really good. It helps you really get the actual feel of what you need. But this also goes with not just a person. You can also do this with like landscape, where you see they're panning around this environment, where you see it zooming in through the environment, which can help you have more dynamic effects. I'm pretty sure you've seen those type of things in movies before. And you can do this just by logging into Hailuo, as well as then select create from the menu and then text to video. Make sure the T2V 01 director model is selected and click the camera icon to enter the camera control functions. And then from there, they'll give you a few different options, like one being pan left, a push in, even like tilt and zoom in. So you can pick predefined models and different directions for the camera to go in. And it'll give you different types of outputs, like this one, where you see this lady who is standing and it zooms into her and pans around here. This one is about an ancient battlefield, pan right, pedestal down. A front frame reveals a close-up of the female warrior. Her face is smeared with dirt and her eyes radiant determination, which is basically what happens, and it's pretty good. There's also another one with this one where a man picks up a book, pedestal down, then begins reading it. That's pretty good. But also they have like these templates where they already have one that's like a left circle, right circle, upward tilt, left walking, right walking, and stuff like that. But these get really good. They have one with a soldier where it's a right circle shot, or this person driving a car where it's a truck left tracking shot. Also they have something like this where it's a city and they have a push in, pedestal up. In another one where it's like pan and zoom, where you see it's almost like they're in a crowd and they zoom into something, like how they find somebody in a host where it's like, all you won, come up to claim your prize. That's kind of how it went there. They also have this one where it's like this man just standing in the middle of the street. The camera remains stationary while shooting angle pans horizontally to the left or to the right. So you see that it's a pretty good generation, and the video's coming out pretty good. These are pretty realistic. They also have this one where the camera movement is pan left, pedestal up. The prompt is a shot begins from the rooftop of a dark tone house, pedestaling up and panning left to capture the magnificent city skyline on the left. In the night, the city is aglow with lights, and in the distant sky there is a large pale red moon. And it has the city and it has the moon all in this, which is pretty good. Not only that, you can do something like these freaking kaijus, where it's a pull out and tilt up. A knight stands in the center of ruins, holding a broken sword, gazing at the burning city in distance. A shot slowly rises from the ground, revealing a desolate scene around him, and the camera then pulls out, gradually exposing the crumbling city walls and a raging hellfire in the distance. Finally, the camera tilts up, focusing on the enormous shadow of the creature floating in the sky, which is a good depiction of this. They also have one where the camera movement is pedestal up and pedestal down. Description: the camera remains stationary while shooting angle tilts vertically upward or downward. And you see like this lady's expression, she's just heard some bad news and stuck. This is all pretty good, and these are pretty good generations, and the camera controls definitely add a lot more elements to your creations. If you want to make different videos and you want to have different types of angles and different type of video models, this may be the one to do. There's definitely other video generations that do this in different type of apps like that does this pretty well as well, but this may even give you more of a blueprint. And I do want to note out that some of these prompts are lengthy, so I always judge video generations off of how many details had to go into it to fit this prompt for it to make this output. Sometimes I think a shorter prompt without as much detail, could it still follow it? Can it still understand and infer what you mean? But more details aren't bad, and if it follows the prompt word for word, that's also a good idea of how well the video generation will work. But with that being said, I think this is pretty cool, and I will be trying this out. If you want to keep up with the latest and greatest AI news, you should definitely like and subscribe. And if you want me to try this out and maybe on a live stream or so, drop a comment down below and tell me test, and I may have a live stream maybe this weekend or next weekend, depending on the interest. With that being said, your boy Dex Not Dexter out.